In Liguria, they make a very unique kind of pasta that is stamped, and it's shaped like a coin. And those stamps on the pasta are designed to capture that lovely Genovese-style pesto. And what brings it all together is a little white wine. And as I've said before, when it comes to making pasta dough, once you've done it a few times, you ask yourself, what took so long for me to get into making my own pasta? After that workout, into a bowl, cover with a cloth, and it's done. And letting my dough relax will give me some time to literally pound out a delicious pesto sauce for my Coretti. Of cheeses. This pecorino will add a nice bite and a little salty hit. And this Parmesan cheese, the Parmigiano Reggiano, is going to add a wonderful richness, a little nuttiness, and a subtler flavor. Pesto is ready. And the business end of making Coretti is right here. This beautiful wooden mold. A stamp on one side, a stamp on the other, flip it over, and that cuts all the coins out for me. To finish off my Coretti, it's even simpler. A little butter in a pan, freshly made pesto. A little pasta water. And that pasta water helps to add to the texture of my sauce, keeps things at the perfect consistency. And these Coretti would often be the stamps of the family crests. And every time I've eaten Coretti, I've always said to myself, I must find someone who can make me a Bonaccini crest. And then just lay them all over the bottom of the plate. And it's best to work with the pesto off the heat so that you don't overcook the cheese and it becomes stodgy. And one more thing to do. And that's it. It's that quick and easy to serve up a plate of Coretti. And traditionally, the sauce with this type of pasta is simple because it's all about the noodle and the dough. This is such a great primo.